Stop 24 at the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the fourth and final road course stop in the season. It's the Glen, Watkins Glen, for the running of the Budweiser at the Glen. So we are here for 41 cars that is on the field here today. Not 41 laps. This race will take forever. It's actually 14 laps of distance here today at the Glen. And let's get the starting line for today's running of this event. Here today, on the pole in the number 55 Skull Crown Oldsmobile will be Chris Dollarton. He's won this race. He won at Riverside this season. Not this race, obviously, but he's won at Riverside this season, and looks for a second road course victory. Alongside of him will be Levi McIntyre, the number 99 Exide Batteries SKF Ford Thunderbird. He won the season at Dover and again at Daytona in the Pepsi 400. Road 2, Joshua Collar, the self-proclaimed road racer ace of the Inner Salisbury community, in the number 43 STP Pontiac for driver King Richard Petty. He'll be alongside the number 1 Skull Classic Oldsmobile of Trent Dunham for Sega Motorsports. Row 3, also looking for a second road course race win of the season, is Jessica Shelton. She won at Sonoma, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford. She will be alongside the number 42 Coors Light Silver Bullet. It's Kyle Matthews. He won a season at Martinsville and again at California. Row 4 has Johnny Gardner, number 28 Mexico Haviland Ford. He almost won the last race on the tour. He almost won the last race on the tour at Indianapolis. Had a strong run there. He'll be alongside the Bristol winner, Charles Sanford, the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. He won at Bristol this season. Next row down has Keith Batson, number 88 Texaco Haviland Ford, inside of the 5th row. He'll be alongside Dalton Day, also looking for a second road course victory. He's in the Crown Petroleum car number 20. He won at whatever course that's named. Anyway, it's Michael Norman on the inside of the 6th row in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet car number 3. He'll be alongside Kev Shearer in a catch-up mobile, number 57 Heinz Pontiac. He won the season at Charlotte and at Richmond. Then it's Seth Cole, the 52 Alka-Seltzer Pontiac for NNSCRA Motorsports, and beside him, Dylan Poteet, the number 31 Mom and Pop Chevrolet. Row number 8 has Dylan Young, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford. He won at Kentucky and at Rockingham. He'll be alongside the Darlington winner, Joshua Osborne, the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet. Next row down has Jesse Turner, number 94 Sunoco Ultra Ultimate. He won the first stop at Pocono. He'll be alongside Matt Dalio in the Motorcraft Ford, car number 15. Then it's Chelsea Bowles, the Brickyard 400 winner in the Quaker State Buick, car number 26, and she'll be alongside the number 27 Kodiak Pontiac. It is Benjamin Miles. He's on the outside. Then it's Quentin Moore, the winner at Michigan, the number 21 Citgo Ford. He'll be alongside the number 68 Country Time Oldsmobile of Amari Stoudemire Jr. He had a strong run at the Brickyard the last stop on the tour. Then it's Andrew Perry, the number 5 Levi Garrett Chevrolet on the inside of the next row down. He'll be alongside the All-Star Race winner, John Arndt of Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Then it's Dawson Wise, number 18 Interstate Batteries Chevrolet, the winner at Las Vegas. He'll be alongside Sky Commons, the number 22 Maxwell House Ford. Next row down has Joshua Sakuli, the number 12 Ray Bestis Buick. He will be alongside He'll be alongside Ryan George, the North Wilkesboro winner, the Pennzoil Pontiac, car number 30. Then it's Zed Weinstein, the number 70 Rumpel Furniture Pontiac. He's won this race before here. He's alongside Cole Daver, who had a nasty crash at the Brickyard, the ZEREX Antifreeze Ford, car number 7. Next row down has the Kodak Film Oldsmobile, car number 4. It's Paul Mennick here is on the inside. He'll be alongside the number 33 Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. It's John Gilbert. Next row down, Jeremy Jones, the 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside the 25 Kodiak Lumina. It is Daniel Olson as a Chevrolet. Next row down, Zachary Fitzwater, number 29 Hardee's Oldsmobile. Alongside of him will be the Lifebuoy Chevrolet car number 71 of Jonathan Zorlin.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Management begins already interested in racing here today. Zorlin was winner this season at Texas. What's that here? Nick Johnson and Cole there's the rest of the field here as they are lining up there. The number 8 car of Chris Dodd starts shotgunning the field. So the field getting set for green flag racing here. Chris Dollerton won at Riverside this season, looking for his second win of the season. Levi McIntyre looking for his third of the season. As Oldsmobile and Ford lead the field down, green flag waves, and we are underway here at the butt of the Glen. Three wide already in turn number 1 here. Johnny Gardner, Jessica Shelton, and Trent Dunham. Going down through turns 1 and 2 they go. There's turn 2, turn 3, and turn 4 where they're rounding through right now. Trent Dunham was another one that had a nasty crash at the Brickyard 400, running in 5th spot. And now they go to the inner loop. It's turn 5. It's turn 6, 7, 8. And through turn number 9, that's actually turns 5, 6, 7, and 8, the inner loop is. Through turn 9. Down the long straightaway they go and into turn number 10 where they brake hard here and they go through there at about 106 miles per hour. And now through turn number 11 at about 96, 95 miles per hour there in the case of Dollerton. Turn 11 in the test races has been Calamity Corner, and the inner loop has been as well in some ways as well. Coming out of the inner loop, they want to swing way high. They want to swing way wide coming out of that part of the track. Overhead, nice overhead shot of the through the S's in turns 2, 3, and 4. Let's take a look and see how they go through the inner loop here. There's the front bunch of this track right here. And oh, somebody's way on the inside. That's Nick Johnson, and he gets right into Chris Dodd. And a crash coming out of the inner loop going into turn number 9. Nick Johnson got way hot on the racetrack and just flat drove right into the Buick of Chris Dodd, the 2-time winner this season. And already they're out of the race as the yellow flag flies first on lap number 2 of this event. A bad day on the at Watkins Glen for the Daytona 500 champ, as well as the Aaron's 499 and Talladega champ. Dodd's won twice, and both of them have been on the plate tracks at Daytona and Talladega. But for he and Nick Johnson both, their luck at the Glen has just been absolutely horrible. And Nick Johnson, look at the 66 car. He was way wide. I don't know what was going on. He was way too wide. He took the turn way too wide at the in the inner loop. Hits the wall and then just ricochets right into the 8 car. And nice job for Zach Winkle in the 11 car just missing that crash. And Cole Baker in the 75 driving by it. Just so happens we have in-car cameras on both the Johnson and Dodd cars. First for Nick Johnson's machine. Spoiler alert, now you know Chris Dollerton has an in-car camera. And you thought Nick Johnson's ride was bad? Let's ride with Chris Dodd. Chris had to be wondering, what the heck just happened? So the yellow flag flying first on the second lap of this event is Chris Dawerton, whom you are on board with. Completes the third lap of this event. Chris, one of those drivers that has an in-car camera in today's race here at the Glen. And set the field for you. Chris Dawerton leads the race. Second is lead by McIntyre. Third, Joshua Collard. Fourth is the outside. Fourth is Jessica Shelton. Fifth is Trent Dunham. Sixth position is Johnny Gardner. Seventh position, another Texaco Haviland car, Keith Batson. At 28 and 88 running right together. Charles Samber runs in 8th position. Defending race champion Kyle Matthews runs 9th. And 10th place is Dalton Day. 11th, Michael Norman. 12th, Seth Cole. 13th, Dylan Poteet. 14th, Kev Shearer. And 15th is Dylan Young. So right now we got Oldsmobile, Ford, Pontiac, Ford, and Oldsmobile, the top 5. The leading Chevrolet is Charles Samper in the 8th position. As the green flag waves for the first time, as the green flag waves for the restart on lap number 5. Expect to see some slicing and dicing on this on the restarts here at the Glen. Keith Batson tried the outside lane on Johnny Gardner. Not a good move. He may risk losing a spot to the 24 of Charles Samber. The yellow flag flies again here at the Glen. Right on the restart, Jonathan Zorlin in 71 and Daniel Olson in 25. That's another problem with this version of the Glen. They can get a caution flag. That's another problem with this version of the Glen. Cautions, precautions. So the second one of the day, flying around the restart on the 5th lap of this race here. They'll race back to the line. Dawerton leads the race here. Can McIntyre make a move? Well, we'll see. 10th turn here, he's in 2nd position. 3rd is still Collard. 4th is Shelton. And 5th is still Dunham, with Johnny Gardner running in 6th. As we watch Joshua Osborne come across the line, Jonathan Zorlin. I don't know what happened to him on this restart here in the 71 car, and a torn up car for the Dave Marcus special. Zorlin was the winner this season at Texas Motor Speedway. Let's take a look again as to what happened on the restart. He was running 36 with Olson in 37th. Green flag flies, and oh my gosh, and Zorlin almost got bulldozed right into the barrels at the end of the pit wall by Daniel Olson. Olson apparently turned Zorlin around, obviously coming out of the 11th turn, even before they took the green flag for the restart. And Zorlin, moreover, and let's look at the rear chase, far chase view, because I mean, I could have sworn Zorlin almost tapped the 10 of JT Bryant. Nope, he wasn't nowhere near JT's bumper. But oh my gosh, yeah, that 71 was very close to hitting the barrels at the end of the pit wall. I mean, that was mighty close. On board Jonathan Zorlin's car. Game's up to restart. It's almost like we're getting ready to restart. Oh, crap. So, all we can say is let's try this again here at WATKINS GLEN. As we will get restart on lap number 8 of this event. So we will have now 7 laps to go, so we're just past halfway through. So we'll be at halfway this time by when the green flag falls. As I said, let's try this again here at the Glen. Here, Chris Dalton leads. Second is still McIntyre. Third, Collard. Fourth, Shelton. Fifth is Dunham. Sixth position is Johnny Gardner. Seventh, Keith Batson. Eighth, still Sanford. Then Matthews ninth, and 10th is Dalton Day. Dalton try to hold them all off here. Let's get this. Let's see if we can get this restart. Let's see if this restart goes better this time now. On lap number 8. Car's getting wide again right there. This part of the course here. And yes, we're green lights all the way now. Checking for any battles on the racetrack right now. Dylan Poteet going up underneath his buddy Michael Norman for position. Dylan Young trying to follow through. Got the battle of the Dylans going on here, the 31 and the 2. And remember I said I couldn't think of the track that Dalton Day won at in the 20 car. There is him right there. And that's Dalton in the blue car behind Charles Sanford in the 24. Dalton's win was at Yas Marina Circuit, so that's why I couldn't think of that name here when I was blank during the starting lineup. Poteet trying to hold off his buddy Dylan Young. Young goes way high on the track. Kev Shear tries to go up underneath. And Chelsea Bowles almost gets off the wall in a 26 car. Here comes Kev Shear in the catch-up mobile to the inside. And whoa, Chelsea Bowles way wide again as she gets passed by Quentin Moore. Now he has Andrew Perry up on the back bumper in the 5 car. Buick, Chevrolet, and Ford battling it out. There's Sky Commons in this bunch in the 22 machine. And Perry drafts behind Bowles going in the turn at 172 miles per hour. And well, they were almost 3 wide there. Dawson Wise got way wide there, and Cole Deaver just about ready to pass him. Now Zed Weinstein joins in on the fun. Joshua Sakuli right there behind in the number 12 car. Deaver and Sakuli and Wise, 3 of the drivers battling for Rookie of the Year this season, which Chelsea Bowles leads the standings right now for Rookie of the Year. As now Ryan George goes up underneath John Armour position. A battle of the motor oil cars, Pennzoil versus Valvoline. Weinstein going up underneath Cole Deaver for position. That's for 28th position there. And Joshua Sakuli in the Ray Bessis car following behind. Deaver falls a couple of spots. Matt Delio running a solid 18th at the moment. Benjamin Miles behind him in 19th in the 27 car. Jesse Turner up ahead. This is his home track at Watkins Glen. Turner, you remember, won at Pocono this season in the first event, the slow Pocono race that is, where the cars barely are over 150 miles per hour over there. But Turner right now running a solid 17th at the moment. Right ahead of him is Joshua Osborne in 16th. Michael Norman inside of Poteet again for position. That's for 13th position, I think. And the yellow flag has flown once again here at Watkins Glen for the 3rd time today. With now, as the caution flag flies on the 10th lap of this race, Zach Winkle apparently has trouble on the inner loop. Take a look again as to what happened. This happened on the 10th lap. We had 5 laps to go, so I don't know if we get this, we might get this race restarted. Winkle's in 35th position. He goes into turn 5, not bad. Turn 6. But he gets out of turn 6 there. He swings wide just like we see JT Bryant in front of him in the Tide car do. Except Winkle. Oof. You couldn't see through the trailers, but let's... Yeah, you can see it better in the TV2 cam. Real time. And not sure JT Bryant survived his little deal. Nope, and JT Bryant didn't survive his swing, his wide swing 30 loop, neither. Well, we got the in-car cameras on both the Bryant and the Winkle cars. Let's see what happened to Bryant. And just like we saw Nick Johnson and Chris Dodd do earlier, Nick Johnson slammed the wall at the same time, same spot Bryant did. And the end result was dire straits inside JT Bryant's machine. And we hear Zach Winkle just behind him. And let's find out what Zach Winkle did. Driving to the inner loop and oh crap. And Zach's scraping along the wall right there on the inner loop. Apparently... Well, unfortunately for Zach Winkle, though, that his car died right here on him. But anyway, so 4 cars out of the race here at the Glen right now. As here it'll be Zach. Here the cars are Zach Winkle, JT Bryant, and 10 is out of the race. So it's Jonathan Zorlin and Chris Dodd. So the restart will happen on lap number 13. We'll have 2 laps to go. It'll be a green-white checkered. God willing, we get a green-white checkered. Chris Daugherty leads the race. Second position is Levi McIntyre. Third, Jessica Shelton. Fourth is Joshua Card. Fifth is Trent Dunham. As the green flag will fly on lap 13. Let's see if we can get all 3 laps done. See if we can get all 2 laps done under green. The green flag race, we're back underway. Who wins at the Glen? Shelton for second inside of McIntyre. Chris Daugherty, can he pull away and get his second road course victory? Jessica Shelton in the 9 may have something to say about that. And we know how strong she is on the road courses. But then again, Daugherty's been no slouch neither. Through the inner loop. Let's see who makes it and who doesn't. Zed Weinstein got a little wide down this part of the course. And they all make it. It will be the white flag next time by. Chris Daugherty, car 55, the Crown Petroleum Skull Classic Oldsmobile. Leads him down, just trying to hold off 2 of the best with Jessica Shelton and Levi McIntyre, Trent Dunham, Joshua Card. The best is right behind him as the white flag waves. 1 to go here at the Glen. 4,300ths was the distance that time by. And Daugherty knows 1 little slip and Shelton's up on his back bumper. Down into the inner loop for the final time. And in there at about 171 miles per hour goes Chris Daugherty. Shelton trying the short way around here, but she loses a little bit of time that time by there to Daugherty. But trying to make it all up through the 9th turn now. Let's see what happens here. Daugherty holding them all off there. 1 in the car number 55. The Skull Classic Oldsmobile with Crown Petroleum as an associate sponsor. Rounds through turn 10. 1 more turn to go. And it appears Daugherty is going to do it. Car number 55, the Crown Petroleum Skull Classic Oldsmobile Chris Dollerton wins the Butt at the Glen. Jessica Sheldon coming home in a second. A great point save for her. Third, Levi McIntyre. Fourth, Trent Dunham. And fifth position was Joshua Collard. Sixth was Johnny Gardner. Seventh, Keith Batson. Eighth was Charles Saver. Ninth position was Dalton Day. And 10th was Michael Norman, as we had a crash on the final lap. And it appears it was Daniel Olson in car 25 that crashed on the final lap. And Olson will make it back to the checkered flag, and again it was the inner loop. Looking at what happened in the replay, Daniel Olson, like we've seen Nick Johnson do, like we've seen Zach Winkle do, and like we've seen JT Bryant do. Olson hits the styrofoam bricks right there and takes Jeremy Jones and Zachary Fitzwater, and oh my gosh, hard hit for Fitzwater in the 29 and Olson in the 25. And Jones spins just a little bit through turn number 9. And Johnson in the 66 car just misses him. On board with Daniel Olson. He was running 33rd when this happened, right there behind John Gilbert. Bad luck there for Daniel Olson in car 25 as he... And Daniel did make it back to the checkered flag in 35th position. But the day belonged to the number 55 Skull Crown Oldsmobile. Chris Dollerton wins his second race of the season, and both of them have been on road courses here. One at Riverside, and then he won at the Glen. We gave you the top 10 already. Dylan Poteet ends up in 11th position. A great day for him. 12th was Seth Cole. 13th, Joshua Osborne. 14th was Dylan Young. Kev Shearer 15th. Kyle Matthews dropped to 16th position. Jesse Turner 17th. 18th was Matt Dalio. 19th, Benjamin Miles. And Quentin Moore rounds out the top 20. Chelsea Bowles was 21st, 22nd Andrew Perry, 23rd Sky Cummins, 24th Amari Steinermer Jr. comes home in 24th, 25th Dawson Wise, 26th Ed Weinstein, Ryan George 27th, John Arndt 28th, 29th Joshua Sakuli, 30th is Cole Deaver, Paul Minnick 31st, 32nd John Gilbert 33rd, Nick Johnson 34th, Jeremy Jones 35th, Daniel Olson 36th, Cole Baker was the last finisher in the race today. Cars out of the race. Zachary Fitzwater crashed on the final lap, unfortunately for him. JT Bryant, Zach Winkle, Jonathan Zorlin, and Chris Dodd were the cars out of the race. Average speed of the race, 82.952 miles per hour. Chris Dollerton again wins today's race as we extend our congratulations to Chris and the number 55 team for taking home today's race in the Watkins Glen International Speedway. The next stop in the tour will be at Michigan Speedway for the Pure Michigan 400. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. You'll never know what you'll find here in our races, gaming videos, here whatever we desire on this channel. So with all that said, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.